Hello everybody and welcome back to Tassi Farm. So I'm continuing with the weeding. It is a bit slow, but it's fine, I don't mind. Although I probably won't be saying that in the last field, but that's okay because a worker will take over. So I'm going to do this field myself just to save money, but then the big field, which we haven't even looked at yet. We're in this one here for number 5. For number 19 is over here. Yeah, that one can be done with a worker. So I have read your comments, I have taken into account all of your suggestions, and really, I agree. I really do agree. So many people said only have the difficulty set to hard when you're doing peat and then change it back. So I've changed it back. So when we're selling milk and everything, we're getting these decent prices, but not silly money. And then when we do peat, we can just put it to hard and then we can change back again afterwards. So great idea. Don't know why I didn't even think of that before. In fact, I'm kind of embarrassed that I didn't think of that. I suppose I didn't really consider it to be so bad. All the milk prices are just, well, it just makes you think, well, what's the point? You get more from just selling silage. So yeah, we're going to do it this way, and hopefully it makes this series a lot more enjoyable. This is a nice field, actually. Very nice field. So yeah, first things first, we'll get this done. I'll get it taken over to the other field. We can get the worker set off, and hopefully it doesn't take too long, although there's no major rush. And in the meantime, I can sort out a few other things. I think, well, the grass field is likely going to need to be cut. So I think we'll probably be in the grass field whilst the worker is working in the big field for number 19. Because this is all in preparation for pigs. We're trying to grow corn for pig food, and we'll probably get a pig food production, so we can make a good mixture of the base food. But we do also need root crops. So we're going to be putting the bulk load of our money, we have £422,000 currently, into fields. We're going to have to buy fields with different crops in. So that is the goal. We'll probably buy more fields today. This is the first time I've visited this area. I just love this entire map. I just think it's so nice. Very beautiful, very nature filled, lots of trees. And here we are at our field already. And I immediately see that we do have some pretty big trees at the end of the field. Probably at both ends. Yes, at both ends. So this is going to be a good test for the worker, because really with the FS25 worker system, it should not hit a tree, and it definitely should not just sit there spinning its wheels thinking the tree's going to move for it. So anyway, let's get that set up. AI worker, start with the headland. Would that be a good idea? Oh, I don't know with these workers. Just sort it out yourself. Go. Just do something. I want to see how well you do. Where are you going? Okay, it's probably going to start like 2-3 widths in, because it's not doing the headland first. As long as it does everything though, it's fine. You can see the weeds it's going to pull out. Really, this crop looks to be way too established to be weeding it, but the game lets us for some reason, so I'm not going to complain, because it saves herbicide. Yep, got to rip those weeds out. That's the other thing actually this game still doesn't have. You still don't have to follow the rows that they were planted in. And I kind of don't like that. I think that should be changed by now, but yeah. I just want to say something actually, that's just sprung to my mind. I've seen a lot of hate comments about this game. although, yeah, you may well have objections and everything, and you're entitled to your own opinion, please don't, be rude to the developers, because there's no need to be rude. There's no need to be rude to anybody, so please, just... I know it's not really anything to do with me, but it's not very nice reading those comments. So anyway, yeah, let's get the mower. We need the 690T, I think. Would this be a good tractor to use? Well, actually, the big Massey Ferguson is probably the better one. So, I don't know. We're going to have to use this, because I don't think this would be able to run the weeder. And I'm not talking to anybody in particular, by the way, about the rude comments. And maybe none of my viewers, that'd be wonderful to hear, but hopefully none of my viewers are the ones that have been leaving those comments on their videos on the official channel. Do we actually have a mower? Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. We've got the finger bar mower. Because we didn't use this in the first field over there. We did use it in this one over here. So, just double checking. Yeah, looks like it is long enough. Yeah, we're definitely going to cut it. We need to cut it. We have to cut it. We need to get more grass in the pit. And it's not a very big field. Oh, look at the canola. That's looking beautiful. And as soon as we have got the grass sorted out and weeding, we probably can move on to June, I would have thought. We don't need to spend too long in each month. I thought that was our field. It will be one day. Yeah, we're probably going to buy all these. Well, in fact, it could. I say it will be one day. It might be ours today. It's a sunflower field. Do we need sunflowers? Well, field number 12 would be a great one to have, but I don't fancy harvesting that amount of red beet. It would take forever. It really would take a long time. The beet harvester. Oh, actually, what I could do is I could get a modded harvester, so you can use like a sugar beet harvester as a beet harvester. This is interesting. We'll try and keep it in a straight line. I don't really want to follow the headland jaggedy line which it's got set up. I don't know why. For this field, look how jaggedy it is. Just stay straight. Okay, so yes, we'll get this cut, and then we can start sorting out windrowing, and then we'll be picking it all up with the forage wagon, and then we'll be able to get it all into the pit. And we do have, thankfully, a wheel loader, so we can compact it nice and easily. But since I started to do it a different way on Hutan Pantai, we'll do it the same way on here. I used to unload following the full length of the pit, and as it turns out, big mistake. You want to just go to the back of the pit, dump it all in one big mountain, one big pile, and then gradually come forward. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It's so much easier. I didn't realise, but it is so much easier. Right, okay. But yeah, first things first, let's get this field cut. I don't think it will take too long. Yes, I'm doing it the opposite way to how you should do it, because for some reason when I drive on the grass, this tractor doesn't have the power. It's really strange. So I'm actually driving on top of the grass, which hasn't been cut, which would obviously flatten it. But yeah, I could do full speed on here, so in this game, it's going to have to make sense that way. Ideally, we do need a bigger tractor on it. But as we know, the bigger tractor is rather busy. We'll go and check up on it in just a second. There you go, you see, going so slow now. Nothing changed, I'm still set to 21 miles per hour. It's like driving on glue. It becomes slow and sticky. I do like this tractor though, it is good. Right, okay, so looks like we're not going to get it all in one pass, unfortunately. Ah, it's so slow. Yep. Final few passes are going to be slow because, yeah, we can't drive on the area which hasn't been cut yet. It's to do with this ground and crop deformation. It's like driving on rocks. It's like the hay or the grass has become solid, mountainous. You've got to drive up over it, and it doesn't have the power to get up onto the grass, even though it's just grass. It would be like driving on a sponge. Bit of a mystery, really. Yes, there's no doubt about it. This game still needs some work. There's issues with some of the new features. But, yeah, hopefully they do get fixed. I'm still here. Luckily, the majority of the field, it has actually taken full width. We're just going to have to go back to the far end to finish off. And there. Right, oh. I want to slice their bin in half. And then it's fast going back over here. That's weird. I don't understand. Anyway, can't wait to see how the worker is getting on. I don't think there's been a notification at all about it, so it should just be getting on fine. Done. Okay, so let's have a look. Yes, it's doing fine. I think it's about to start doing headland work, and headland work is always really slow with the workers. But hopefully if we go on to the weed map, we'll see exactly what it has done. Yep, so everything green still needs to be done. Our fields are looking good. We don't have too many. But yeah, what we do have is looking good. So yes, now we're going to go and swap this mower for the windrower. Mower for windrower. Mower for rower. And then, yeah, we'll get it all picked up and clamped today. Need to get the fermentation process started. I would love to be using the big massive Ferguson, but obviously it's not ready. We could do with buying another tractor as well. But I'll probably look for a mod because I don't think any of these are what I want to use. Although I haven't had a Kubota. Maybe it would be fun to have a Kubota. Fuel cost? Oh, have I got it? Maybe I've got my options wrong. Maybe the worker is buying fuel as it goes, potentially. Right. Unless I just refueled randomly. We'll drop that there. And where is my windrower? I think we do have... I did set up a shed for all of our equipment. Grass equipment over here. Yeah, there we go. Ah, the baler. That's going to have to come out of there. We don't need the baler today. Yeah, so before, the cows were just using so much silage, and the money we got for the milk was probably less than what the silage alone was worth. So, yeah, I was going to actually suggest just not doing silage, just allowing them to graze only. Just have the grass. But then after the good suggestion to turn off hard mode most of the time, yeah, we can now do silage again, and it's going to be worthwhile. Oh dear. Probably should take the front loader off. It's a bit of a pain when you're not using it. I'll put it over here. There we go. Now we get to see the beautiful bonnet design, hood design. I do like this tractor. I think it does look really nice. An iconic design. This is going to be a really fast job. using steering assist because I'm actually outside of the field boundary here. We might be able to put it on once I've done this, but... well, I can put it on now, but we don't have to stick to it. Yeah, I think this time we're just not going to use it because it's just... this field's a bit of a funny shape. Well, even though it isn't, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's going to be good. Okay. Hopefully by the time we get onto forage wagon work, we'll have the big Massey Ferguson back. Because when you're shuttling, carting, you do want a bit more speed. And power, as it turns out. Before we can put the first load in, we do have a bit of chaff that needs to be moved from the previous year. It got pushed out the back, which is fine, but actually there is a mod now which allows you to keep everything within the pit, which I forgot to install, which I was going to install and now regret not installing it. Although actually with this particular pit we're probably not even going to get enough to fill it that much, so we probably won't be anywhere near spelling out. Let's put this somewhere in the middle, right here. Well, not the middle, but you know, not on the end. I might just go and get the mod. I forget what it's called. I'll tell you in a second. I'll just put this into here. Come on. Ah, it's being naughty, that bit of chaff. Naughty chaff! Okay, so we are ready for the forage wagon, but first let's just sort things out. Okay, so it is called the WaterGate Mod, and in the silo category you can see we have these tip collisions. So we've got 4 meter, we've got 2 meter, old and new, and well, I don't know if you can just get away with putting it there or if you want to have them side by side. Probably side by side. Doesn't really help that I already have a glitched bit of chaff, but yeah, this should prevent it from spilling out. I wanted to go closer on this side. That's interesting. I've got something else in the way. Let me just toggle free mode. Okay, gonna have to get rid of this one here. There we go. So I was just playing around, testing it. Now I should be able to test it a bit more. So it should give us a sharp line. Look at that. That's brilliant. Actually, that's a lot sharper of a line than I would have hoped for, really. It's great. That's really good. What a great mod. That's going to come in handy. Look at that. Now, the reason why I say it's a sharper line I would have hoped for is because I'm not going to be able to get over that now. I'm going to have to push it back with this. My mistake though, I should have moved, I should have reversed back a bit. So yeah, it's called the WaterGate Mod. Check it out. You can also get a manhole cover in the kit as well, in the pack. Yeah, I'm going to have to go a little bit further in with this because I'm going to struggle to get my next load. But that is wonderful. Perfect. There we go. So now it is time to shuttle. I know it would be so handy to have a bigger forage wagon, but we're going to get one. Not today, because I can make do with this. It's just not ideal. It does fill up rather quickly. Well, this may be the last one. Hard to say. It's going to be very close. But the pit is, I don't know, less than half full. But it's all we really have at the moment. We're going to have to get another grass field at some point. Get it fermented as quickly as possible. So because we're going to rest between now and June, and indeed between this episode and the next episode, hopefully it won't be too long until we can open it again, because I would have thought June. Yeah, late June we'll be able to open the pit. Okay, that filled up quite quickly. Trying to make a bit of a ramp so we can get up there with the wheel loader, as we do need to compact it. Okay, how's that looking? Yeah, it's actually easier to have a full pit if we do it this way and then have a full pit, because then we can just drive up onto the whole thing instead of trying to drive up onto one little section. The way I did it on Hut and Pantai was perfect, and it's the same pit, so yeah, it just proves that it's easy to have a full pit. Let's get the last little bit and then we'll compact it and then we can sheet it. So as soon as we have another field, we can get a bigger forage wagon, which will be very handy. A lot of time wasted just going backwards and forwards. But I thought, yeah, today we might as well just stick with what we've got. We'll sell this one, and then we'll get a bigger one for the next time when we have a bigger field. Hopefully we do have other grass fields on the map. Seems to be stuck at 2 litres and it's not stopping. That's weird. Oh, there we go. Wheel loader. Whoops. I'm always doing that. I always press the console button. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to get onto that from this side, so that's why I was making the ramp. Be interesting to see our grand total, and it'd be very nice to know that we can't spell it out. I've hit a tree. I chose a bad way to go, clearly. So the total is, wow, 104,000 litres. It's good, I would say, for that size of field. Obviously these cows are eating it like there's no tomorrow. It won't last very long, but it's still good. It's compacting well. So I'll just keep going with this. We'll get it to 100%. And we'll get that sheet out. Didn't actually need the buck rake in here, just the weight of the machine. It's done a great job. There we go. 100%. So, we'll just get out of here. Did something spill out? I don't think so, but that was already there. Anyway, the point is it's fermenting. And soon we will have 101,000 litres. So we're going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.